Disclaimer: everything that is discussed, posted is strictly for educational and historical purposes only. It does not promote, nor condone illegal activities. Fictional story of GRCH Chaps D.O.Y 2013, BHK caught word of a dog that is for sale that he was quite interested in, named Glock. So we all went to visit Giga in WCT to fetch Glock and $1 Million Kid. We get there, Bry is going and beers like water. The paranoid dick I am having none of this as I am telling BHK we should go. Then I spot Chaps Birchie. It was love at first sight, perfect structure, all that I like. Now I'm so liking this party because I see what I like. We take Glock and BHK are very happy. Few weeks later Chaps gets delivered as a gift. Then we start our journey together, long hard 3 years with each other, never disappointing me once. GIGABYTE Kennels got Chaps at an early age of 6 months, sick and diseased, infected, not taken care of well. So they put their time into him, got him into shape. The crew for Chaps that stage was Bounty Hunter, all joined forces and became Bounty Hunters BHK. So now Chaps is taken to a dog show, SA show, where he takes first place in conformation. Thinking that he is okay now to start schooling, we decided hook him at the show for his first schooling into a cur that gave him a go for his money. This dog had his way with Chaps and was probably the reason for the strong defensive dog that Chaps became. So after the hiding Chaps got, we healed him up and started looking for his first match. We did not have to wait long, then the 1XW we contracted at the SA show was ready. We started his keep for his first into Demon. Chaps' workout consisted of slat mill, carpet, and German mill NR10, but he was a beast on the carpet mill. Show day arrives. Number 1, Chaps vs. Demon. We drive to their paranoid as usual. Outlandish venue, crowded, and everything just looks dodgy to me. Plus the only reason we are doing this show is to get to see H. Senna. At that stage he was a 2XW, but his owner wanted a status dog. So he insisted I take on another kennel and make Chaps a 1XW. So yeah, at the venue everyone was waiting to see a Frisco dog cur. Ref calls for release. Chaps scratches like shooting elastic band. This dog I saw that looked a bit suspect is now attacking exactly like Dino, the dog that made Chaps look like a puppet in the first schooling we gave him. Chaps starts liking this, and because of the strength work, getting shoulders, stifles, and whatever Chaps wants, he gets. Demon now going on defense and munching the muzzle of Chaps, but not enough to keep Chaps out. Then Chaps switched gears and we came with our old tactics, to call a turn early on our own dog, so that the scratching can start, but the guys wouldn't allow it, for they were probably thinking this Frisco will not come out if they hold him in a bit longer, and like a champ Chaps nailed Demon into the corner, started punishing him hard, and the crowd went crazy. Demon still on defense, still punishing Chaps' nose and muzzle, but this does not stop the onslaught on Demon. Chaps is now so into attack mode, he is going into the ribs of Demon, shaking Demon while he has Chaps on the head, very frustrated. So now the stupid Frisco dog is dominating the show, and the truth sets Demon free. A handle is made and Demon stands on all four, taking the count. Chaps was just too much for him, and ref declares Chaps a 1XW in 52 minutes. Now we off to CH Senna. With Chaps as a 1XW they can't have excuses, for that was their ultimatum for us to take on CH Senna. They got wind of this son of CH Baritapur, that looks suspect and might curve pushed too far. So it made it easy to contact them and make a contract for the match. As usual the keep goes well, and we using the keep of legendary TDK, given to us by Cape Fear's Silver Fox. Now things are getting interesting. It's the first time since 2XW Noah that someone decides to help me. A real perfectionist, he is asking every possible question, and in a way I am liking it, cause now there is no shortcuts. Plus we going into a champion that hits the 2-hour mark with ease in most of his matches. So not realizing that his second would be the easiest of all his 5 shows, we worked Chaps very hard and to the T, working his back harder than usual, for we noticed it is a bit weak. We focused the training on the carpet more for this specific disability. For number 2, Chaps 1XW vs. CH Senna. The night of the show Chaps was restless. He just did not want to be held up in a crate. He chewed his way out of the box, so we had to start the match. This boy can't wait anymore. Weigh-in was done and ref calls for the release. Chaps is again playful, no interest in fighting, mood looking stupid again. Champion Senna trying to work his magic and Chaps not allowing. Just dancing like a top, and I call a turn on Chaps. The ref that lost into Senna on a previous show grants us the turn, and I am loving this for now. The scratching can start. Senna makes a mistake at about 6 minutes into the match. He now decides he is going to bite Chaps, and like a switch that goes on, Chaps starts mimicking his previous opponent by starting to bite Senna on the nose and muzzle, eating Senna's face. Senna doesn't like it and started screaming. This puts Senna in a panic. He leaves good holds and tries to counter Chaps, but to no prevail. Chaps has already hit a bad bleeder on the face of Senna. Senna is bleeding a lot. All his white spots are red like 50 shades of red, lol. At this stage, Senna is starting to look around for his owner. We get a handle with Chaps to scratch. This bugger is angry and I can't keep him in his corner. Ref calls for release and Chaps elastic over again. They thinking Chaps won't go all the way. They kept their dog in the corner waiting for Chaps. So Chaps tested the pit's carpentry by slamming Senna into the pit walls, and the corner pops open due to the brute force. Poor Senna, now in shock, did not expect that scratch. He is looking for a way out to run. Chaps back on the head and opens up the bleeder on Senna's nose again. Now it's all Chaps. He goes head to stifle for a few times in total control. The crowd is silenced by the Frisco dog named Chaps. They did not expect this beating. Their champion is now turned into a mop. After a while of this, a handle is made and Senna to scratch. At no surprise to us. On the referee's request, command for release, Senna stood looking up at his owner as to say, "You go. I am not going into that monster." The ref and Senna's crew are shocked and could not believe their eyes. The ref even forgot to count, and Sommer suddenly started at 5 and Senna takes the count, making Chaps a 2xw in 32 minutes. Now by this stage weights are flying in all over the place, but we decided to only take on winners. Fortis approached us with his friend's dog, a 1xw Chico, brother of CHTDI 3xw, 1x goal also being a 2R dog. We accepted. For number 3, GIGABYTE's Chapters 2xw versus Dead Easy's Chico 1xw, match weight, 22.5 kilograms, ref, Ma Baker. Chaps comes in at 22, 4 kgs, Chico at 22, 1 kgs. Dogs are released and the dog hits head on. The two dogs now fighting for top position, but Chaps seems to go for the kill, immediately going for the throat, dick, ass, even tail, destroying the back end of Chico in 6 minutes. At 1 minute 30 seconds, a turn is called by Chico's handler but is not awarded. Their dog is stressed out and wants to bite anything that moves out of fear. Straight afterward, Chaps turns and the ref awards it. Chico starts growling and barking as Chaps starts working on the back end, biting hard on the stifles, gut and testes. At 4 minutes, Chaps seem to be in full control as Chico doesn't seem to respond and stays out of hold, barking and screaming. At 6 minutes, the first handle is made. Chaps is released, going across like a bullet. Chico starts screaming before Chaps mouths him and is starting to look suspect. Chaps continues doing damage. Another handle is made, but inexperience by the handler of Chico is shown when he continuously struggles and hesitates to handle his dog. Chico is released but seems to be dragging his back legs. Once again, Chaps just punishes him. At 14 minutes, another handle is made with Chaps to scratch. He does so flawlessly and the slaughter continues. Chico is now not even trying to get a hold and continues barking and screaming. A handle is made and Chaps is handled, but Chico's handler struggles to handle as Chico wants to bite him. A switch is made between Chico's handler and the second, but when he handles, he has to release straight away. The counting begins and Chico curves to the count. At 19 minutes 21 seconds, Chaps is awarded the win, making him champion Chapters 3xw. Chico is now 1xw 1xl. Congrats to GIGABYTE and Jungleman. For number 4, GIGABYTE CH Chapters vs Farm Boys Buster 1xw, match weight 22, 5 kg, Chapters 22, 4, Buster 21, 8. The dogs meet hard in the center and swap out holds for 25 minutes, till the champ starts to take control. A turn called on Buster. Both dogs make hard and fast scratches, but the champ shows his class, taking Buster down and keeping him there. From this point, it's just a matter of time before the end. At 55 minutes, Farm Boys concede, making CH Chapters for XW in 58 minutes, and Buster makes game courtesy scratch. 1XW 1XGL Farm Boys Buster, Mabaker. For number 5, 4XW Chaps vs Thug to XW. With this match, Chaps could stand a chance of getting Dog of the Year if he wins the match against Kamikaze's Thug to XW. For then Chaps did 5 shows in 3 years not picking up any damage at all. We only treated him with Panado, Dispren and anti-inflammatory for he never had any serious damage to him. We spread rumors about how bad Chaps was just to get people to take him on. For now he was being avoided. By doing this everyone then ran to take on the champ. The call came from Kamikaze. They have a 2XW that they want to put into the champ. This was going to be Chaps' hardest match and by now he also had some teeth that were busted. Why I say the toughest, there was hardly any damage to both opponents but it was a lot of dancing, pushing and both dogs were in excellent shape. It was tit for tat all the way but at the end, Chaps prevailed with his pit experience and was awarded the title of Grand Championship in 1 hour 10 minutes. Shortly after that, he also got the title of Dog of the Year 2013. Chaps is one of few grand champions to take on a champ and mostly status dogs in his campaigning career. Surely deserving all the titles he achieved. After the show GRCH Chaps was sold to SWANIC Kennels, where he retired as a stud dog. Well there you have it folks, the story of GIGABYTE and SWANIC Kennels GRCH Chaps 5XW D.O.Y 2013.